In today's video, I'm going to be rehousing one of the wild's most critically endangered species, Poecilotheria hanamavillasumica. Hello everybody, welcome to this latest episode. I am your host Robbie and this is Robbie's Talking Teas. Tarantula content for tarantula lovers just like yourselves. In today's video I'm going to be rehousing my absolutely gorgeous female Poecilotheria hanamavillasumica. Now the old enclosure is really old and tatty. I've had it in the same enclosure since I picked it up from Peter Webster about 2 years ago, and it's in need of a much needed revamp. So in this video I'm going to be sticking it into a gorgeous bioactive enclosure and I'm really excited to set it up and get her in there. But before I get into that, make sure to smash that like button. Let's show you the rehouse. So here we go, we're going to set up the bioactive enclosure for the hanamavillasumica. Now, I have been out this morning and got some bits and bobs from the woods to put in there. First we're going to add the clay balls. Now these are going to help with the humidity in there. What they do is they suck up all the moisture that you put in there and they release it slowly into the substrate. But what I'm going to do differently that I didn't do for the apophysis, so I'm going to moisten it down beforehand and get lots of water in there so it's all good and ready to start releasing all that humidity straight away. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is stick the drainage layer in there. This just helps the moisture seep in. And then what I'm going to do is move that back there. Now to add the substrate. Now this substrate mix is topsoil, cocoa fibre and vermiculite. But we're going to use a couple of different types of substrate in here today. Now we have got live plants which are going in here, and I'll show you what ones we've got afterwards once I've put this substrate in there. So I need to build it up around the plants. What we're going to do is we're going to stick a bit of cork bark in here. This is going to be the tarantula's hide, like so, and then I'm going to have a plant here let's just measure this out. Now for you wondering, this is just a ficus plant. Let's just measure this out. I'll place this here, I reckon. So I need to fill this up with substrate. Yeah, we'll have it that way. We'll have it that way. Just move this. Just fill this up enough so that it's got a lot of substrate. What I'm going to do is get a piece of cork bark. That's what I'm going to do. Bear with me, peeps. This piece will do just nicely. And what we're going to do with this piece of cork bark is we're going to stick it here like so, and that'll make a nice little bed for the plant. So we know we've got enough substrate there. See if that's deep enough. Yeah. See? Stick that in there like so. Yeah, I've got a water dish, so I do need to make sure that that fits in there too. Let me just grab that. There you go, that's where the water dish is going, like so. We've also got another little plant that's going in there. This is a Hoya tricolour, beautiful little plant. I'm just going to plant this at the front here. Let's give it a bit more substrate at the point that I'm going to plant it. I might plant it at the front here actually. That should be enough. Plant that in there, pan it down like so. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of moss in there. Now, if you remember, we collected the moss when we went to Epping Forest, which is still lovely and green, still kept its colour. Look at that, beautiful moss. Let's stick some of this in here. This will also help retain the humidity in the enclosure. Stick some of that there. That in there. Just going to stick it around the ficus plant, just so it doesn't look all yeah, that's looking nice. That's looking great. I'm going to use some of this Exoterra rainforest substrate as well on the top, just to make it look a bit more like a rainforest. This stuff does look like leaf litter in there. I have got leaf litter that I am going to place in there. But it just adds some texture to the enclosure, I think. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a gap in here. So I'm going to give the isopods a little spot to sit in, because we are going to add isopods, springtails to the enclosure. In fact, I'm going to do that now, just to give them oh no, wrong pot. It looks like I'm going to have to wait for the new ones to come from the spider shop, which is not an issue. Not an issue at all. I just have to put springtails in there. Okay, so we've got the springtail culture. There they are. These are your clean-up crew. I'm going to have to add the isopods at a later date, because it appears that what I thought was a pack of isopods was actually just an empty container. But these would do just nicely as a clean-up crew. Pack that down. It's looking nice. It's looking good. Let's put the water dish back in there. Don't want dirt in there. It's looking good. Now, something missing. I know what's missing. I know what's missing. Climbing stuff. What I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to have to cut this down. Let's just quickly cut this down. Take about 3 inches off it, and be careful when cutting stuff for your enclosures. This is bloody sharp. What I'm going to do is, no, it needs another little bit off it, just a tiny bit. I wonder. Cut some more off here. Don't do what I'm doing. This is very dangerous and very silly. Is that too much in the enclosure? Maybe like that. Just to give it more space to climb about. Something to climb on, yeah. I'll keep it like that. That's looking nice. And last but not least, we've got our leaf litter. Just going to drop a little bit in there. Let me just crush this up so it looks very wooded. And that is it. That is how our enclosure is going to look. So there you have it. A nice little jungle setup. I'm pleased with it. It's got plenty of places to hide. Looks very naturalistic. I think it's perfect for the hanamavillasumica. So let's get her out and into this new enclosure. So here's the old enclosure. As you can see, it's not very good, it's very basic. And it's way past its best. Now I know the hanamavillasumica is down under here. So I'm going to be very careful and take all these old pieces out of here. Look at how strong that webbing is. And hopefully she doesn't come flying out at me because I've disturbed her. That is the last thing we want. And as you know from a lot of my rehousing videos of Poecilotheria, mine are normally very calm. And that's purely because I take my time and I don't like to mess around with them too much. Oh, this webbing. Oh, there she is. There she is. Right, let's get a better angle on this. Otherwise, I am honestly going to really screw this up. Hello. There she is. She is an absolute beauty of a spider. Now, I am going to be using my tarantula room tube in order to rehouse her. No, don't go behind there, girl. Please don't go behind there. I'm going to have to take this out, aren't I? There she goes. Right up in the top corner. Here she went, right into the top corner. I'm kind of hoping that she just climbs into this tube on her own, really. Without having to coax her in there too much. She is absolutely stunning. Whoa, that's my fault. Ugh, I slipped on the glass. So what I'm going to do, no, don't turn away. Don't turn away. You would make this awkward. I hate it when they turn into positions that you really don't want them to go. But she is a beautiful girl. Let's take this out. There she is, absolutely stunning. Love those markings. Such a shame they're so endangered in the wild. So after much hardship, I've managed to get her into the catch cup. She was running around and it was more important to get her into the catch cup safely than it was to film it. But hopefully once we get her in the new enclosure, we'll get a better look at her. Absolutely beautiful spider. Here we are, back at the new enclosure. This girl's ready to go in. Absolutely love this spider. Whoa! So the thing with this catch tube is that the ends on it are really quite stiff and they don't allow you to really quickly go on. There you go, go on. That's exactly why I put that stick, that branch into the enclosure, just so she's got a spot to climb about on. Absolutely beautiful. Oh no. You're not coming out. Absolutely stunning. There she is, she's found the entrance to behind the cork bark and she's going to settle down in behind there and make a new home for herself. Awesome rehousing. And there she is, all settled in behind the cork bark. Hopefully it doesn't take her long to settle in and make herself a nice little home in there. Hopefully I'll see her out and about in the enclosure in no time. But that's one successful rehouse. So let's leave her there. Beautiful. So there you have it, a smooth rehouse in the end. It did take me a little while to get her into that catch tube, and I did stop filming at one point just because the camera was getting in the way. The tarantula really was all over the place, moving back and forward, and I just had to move the camera out of the way because what's most important is getting the spider from A to B as safely as possible. So I'm sorry you didn't get to see the full rehousing footage, but we did get some stunning videos of her, and it was a smooth rehousing. Got her in there, no issues whatsoever. She's happy, she's setting up home. I'm really happy with the enclosure and the outcome, and you know, I can't hope for anything else when it comes to a rehouse. In next week's video, I'm going to be rehousing a Poecilotheria subfusca lowland, so hopefully we'll get some more better footage of that rehouse. But anyway, I'm going to end it here, but before I go, I just want to take the time to remind you guys about the 2,000 subscriber giveaway we've got going on the channel. At 2,000 subscribers, I'll be giving one of you the chance to win a T. Celadonia, and if that's not enough, I'm going to throw in a Ferrophosa apophysis as well. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Go over and watch my Grammostola rosea video and just write T. Celadonia in the comments and you'll be entered. Now all that's been said, I can end it here. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.